Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you have not already, please consider subscribing to the channel and helping us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. So today we're going to talk about thrifting outside of the box, more so during cold weather and winter. Do you live somewhere cold? Do you not like to go outside when it's freezing, snowing, ice on the road, snow on the road? Well, I'm here to tell you how Keith and I source throughout the winter and how we prepare like little squirrels ahead of time. Yes, it is already the week of Thanksgiving, so in some areas it might already be cold and snowing. So this information at the beginning of the video might be a little late, but you can put it into action next year. So usually towards the end of the summer, the end of August, going into September, Keith and I will start to do what I call overbuy inventory. We will go to all of the 99-cent days in the thrift stores, even if we're going 3-4 times a week until, we fill up our entire car and the laundry room and just have tons of inventory. I will overbuy ThredUp boxes. So instead of just getting one 50-pound box, I'll buy 3 or 4 at a time, especially if I can get a hold of their codes. And they do specials all the time where you can get 15% off or free shipping. You just got to kind of keep your eye on it and look for those codes. And a lot of times on social media, people will share the codes when ThredUp has them. But we'll buy as much inventory as we can get here locally at our thrift stores on the 99-cent day. We'll buy way more ThredUps than we need. I'll buy Gaylords of Plush. I buy out Plush from other resellers. And I just buy until we have a huge death pile. And we do that on purpose. So I don't really like to call it a death pile because it's not like we're just ignoring our inventory to go out thrifting. We're doing this on purpose. We're like little squirrels getting ready for the winter. And then we will have so much inventory that we can literally sit here until the spring and work on our stuff and not really have to go out thrifting when it's really cold. We live in Pittsburgh, guys. It gets down to 20 degrees by Christmas and sometimes even colder. And then we have, wind chill factors here that can make it feel below zero. Sometimes in the wintertime, we get what we call cold snaps, where for like a day or two, it'll be -10 or -20. And they're like, don't go outside and open your pipes. And it's just part of living up north. It's a fair trade for the beautiful fall and spring that we get here. Summers are pretty hot too, but it can get really cold. The roads can get icy. The roads can have snow on them. And we live at the top of a very steep hill. And we don't always want to go out in the winter. So this works for us. And then if we start to run low on our inventory towards the spring, like if it's February, March, and it's still a little cold out, and sometimes we can even get snow here on Mother's Day, believe it or not, we'll just order more of these wholesale purchases to get us through. And then in the summer and the spring, we'll go to the 99-cent days and the church sales, and we overbuy and start stocking up all over again. We do this by design. We do this on purpose. If you're the type of person who just goes thrifting all the time and continues to build that death pile and you're not listing from it, this video is not for you. You probably need to sit down and take some pictures and list. But if you know that you're only buying what you need to get through a really cold winter so you don't have to go outside or have to go out sourcing, this video is for you. It's perfectly acceptable to have some extra inventory, a death pile, backup, extra stock, whatever you want to call it. It's perfectly acceptable to have some because you never know what's going to happen in life. Many of you have already heard the story about how right before the shutdown, we didn't know the shutdown was going to happen. So this was unbeknownst to us that anything in the world was going to go weird or wonky. But we had a huge death pile. We had almost a whole 3rd floor attic full of inventory. And Keith was about 2 to 3 weeks away from quitting his job. We just wanted like a couple more of his paychecks to put into our savings account for our safety net. And he said, this is ridiculous. There's just too much inventory. We've got to get through some of this before I join you full time and we start thrifting. We can't go out and buy any more until we get through this. So we did. And we had absolutely no death pile, no backup inventory, no extra stock. And 2 weeks later, the world shut down. And the thrift stores weren't open. And you really couldn't go out sourcing. So due to that and just that life lesson, I guess you want to call it, and the way our winters are here, I've always just accepted the fact that we are always going to have some extra stock or extra inventory. Everyone should. Now, depending where you live, if you live in like Florida or Arizona or California, clearly you're not going to have these harsh winters, but you still want to have a couple extra weeks worth because you never know what's going to happen. There could be an earthquake, a hurricane. You could have sick kids. You could get sick. Your husband could get sick. Your animals could get sick. Your car could break down. Your car could completely die. It could be in the garage. There's just like all kinds of curveballs that life can throw at you to where you can't get out and source. And so I do think it's perfectly acceptable and probably really a good idea to have a couple weeks worth of inventory. What that looks like for you, I don't know. You have to assess your own situation. And the same with if you're going to stock up for winter. If you list 10 items a day, 7 days a week, then you know you need 70 items or 280 items each month to list. If you list 20 items a day, 5 days a week, you need 400 items a month. So whatever your listing habits are is what you're going to need. And I always suggest to people have at least 2 weeks to a month worth of items somewhere in your garage, your office, your closets, just in case one of those curveballs happens and you can't get out the thrift. But try to do the first in, first out system. So whatever you're sourcing and bringing in, try to list it as the older stuff first in, first out. And of course, always keep in mind what time of year it is. You should list all the things all the time. People buy stuff all year round. But if you have a box full of Christmas plush and it's October, get those up before you put up the shorts and the swimsuits. You see what I'm saying? But it is a good idea to always have a little bit of extra inventory because you never know what's going to happen. But if you want to stock up for the winter, just keep in mind, I need 100 a month. We have 4 months of cold here. I want to have 400 items. Whatever your needs are. Everyone's different. Everyone sources a different amount per day. Everyone needs to source in a different amount per day to either grow their business. Are you in growth mode? Are you listing double what you're selling because you want to grow? Are you just replacing what you sell each day because you've grown to where you want to be and you're maintaining? Everyone's situation is different. So you have to figure it out for yourself. And then from there, you can purchase enough to have a couple of weeks to a month on hand. And then you can stock up for the winter if you want. So I wanted to share with you some of the places that Keith and I buy our really big wholesale lots and where we tend to go in the winter. So if we run out before it's spring and we really don't want to go outside, we do have to get more inventory in. And so there's a couple of places that I like to go to. This is ThredUp. I love the denim rescue boxes. So you go to thredup.com rescues. I will put all these links in the description box for you guys as well. No worries. And you guys, they have Coach handbags, name brand handbags, just regular handbags, mixed clothing, kids shoes. What do you sell? What do you like to sell? Do you do shoes? I don't. I think they're gross, but if you do, they have shoes. I do the DIY denim, and I always get the 50-pound boxes, but they have all kinds of stuff here. And these are out of stock, but here's the thing. ThredUp restocks every Friday at 5 p.m., and you can sign up to be notified via text because a lot of times on Fridays at 5 p.m., the last thing we're thinking about is going sourcing, right? So I do get a text every week at 5 p.m. from American Thrift to remind me, good news, we've restocked. And American Thrift Supply as well, which I'm going to show you, and the Goodwill Blue Box. All three of those you can sign up for. You can get email notifications and you can get text messages of when they restock. So let's go over here to the buybluebox.com. See right here, get exclusive text and email alerts. Here I do the curated boxes. You can see right here, they restock at 6 p.m. on Fridays. So this is what I get, the denim box. They're almost always half off. Knock on wood. Don't want to jinx myself, but I've never seen them full price. So I always buy two because it's like buy one, get one free. My friend Karen that lives here does a lot of these jewelry boxes, and she does whatnot sales with them. Does really well. But they have a lot of different items here. They have a True Religion. I don't really know that 14 pairs of True Religion is worth $160 if you're a reseller. Maybe if you're buying them for yourself. I don't recommend their plush boxes. Sorry, Goodwill. No. It's a $30 box, and you get 10 pounds of plush. Sounds like a good deal. These pictures look good, right? I bought one, and you guys, it was a 10-pound box of Beanie Babies. So I spent $30 plus $7 shipping and got a whole box of Beanie Babies. And I was not happy. I was not a happy camper. I did list them. I lotted them up. They're selling, but I don't pay $30 for a box of plush to get all Beanie Babies. All of the boxes at Goodwill Blue Box are $7 shipping a piece. So if you get 2 jeans, you're going to be paying $14 for the shipping. And then American Thrift Supply, I do really like here. You can get 15% off your first order. You saw me close that window when you first come here. You can sign up and get 15%. They have mystery boxes and they have micro bales. Micro bales are what I get. But you can look through their mystery boxes as well if you'd like to. The one thing I do not recommend here is the small soft toys and plush. So this is a 75-pound Gaylord for $150, and it says small soft toys. What comes in that is a lot of Beanie Babies and really small poopy brands of plush. I don't like this particular Gaylord or small soft toys lot, but the big soft toys where you only get 50 pounds for the $150 is good. I've gotten several of those. I've only ever bought one of the small, and I was so not happy with it. I'll never buy it again. Of course, I listed everything I could to make my money, but the large one comes with Build-A-Bears, Gans, Dandy, the really big, like, holiday-themed Walmart plushies that sell for a lot of money. So I like that one. So those are my experiences with them. The denim rescue box at ThredUp, I've always been particularly pleased with. Even when I get a box of bread and butter, it comes out to like $1.11 per pair, delivered right to your door. It's a ton of inventory all at once. But sometimes I get really great items in there. Like last week, I got a Goldie and Mother jeans. The Goodwill Blue Boxes, I do like the denim. I will only buy them when they're half off. I don't think they're worth the price, the full price. I didn't really like my plush box. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. You can try their plush box and see if you get really good plush. But mine was all Beanie Babies. And then the American Thrift, I like the Gaylord of the larger plush. I do have friends that buy the jewelry, the comic books, the men's shirts, all kinds of stuff in Blue Box, and they've always been really happy. And I have friends who have tried the shoes and the mixed clothing from ThredUp and liked what they got. And as far as American Thrift, I only personally have experience with the plush. Robert buys plush there, if you know who my friend Robert is. And I don't really know anyone who's tried the jeans or anything over there. I may try them. I don't know. We'll see. But those are the 3 like big time places that I buy a whole bunch of inventory all at once. I extra buy going into the winter, and I'll buy to sustain myself throughout the year in between going to the thrift stores. Believe it or not, I'm a reseller who does not like to thrift. I don't like thrift stores. I don't like to thrift. That thrill of the hunt, not for me. Y'all can have it. I know there's a lot of y'all that like, oh, the thrill of the hunt, and you love to go to yard sales and stuff. I don't. Once I'm there, I get excited when I find good stuff. So it's not like I'm some really grouchy, crotchety old lady, but you know, if I'm there and I find great stuff or I find a good deal, I do get excited. And I have found really, really good stuff at yard sales and church sales before. I do like going to thrift stores when I have friends with me. That's always fun. But as far as going out thrifting all the time, it's just not for me. I don't like it. I would rather sit in my house in my pajamas and have stuff delivered to me and watch my movies and take my pictures and do my listing. That's just me. Everyone's different. You got to build this business for yourself and your personality and your needs and your wants. I talk about that on this channel all the time. The other 2 things I wanted to mention real briefly is that you can advertise on your social media. Hopefully you have Instagram and Facebook and you're in groups and you're networking. You've made some friends in the community. But you can go on your Instagram and you can advertise that you are willing to do buyouts. There are resellers who step out in and out of niches all the time, and it's not because what they have is crap. Okay, there are some bad eggs in this world who will try to sell you a box of crap. But if you're networking and you're making friends and you're getting to know people, clearly these are your friends and they're not here to screw you, right? I've bought out a lot of my friends of Plush before, not because what they have isn't selling or is bad necessarily. And actually, a lot of my friends have learned how to source Plush from me, so they source just like I would. But people just get in and out of niches. Sometimes people will watch my YouTube and get excited and think Plush are so cute, and they'll go out and buy a bunch, and then they realize that it's not for them. Just like I just mentioned, everyone's different, and your personality is going to be different, and what you enjoy learning about and becoming an expert on is going to be different than what I enjoy learning about. Clearly, because most people hate jeans. Most people cannot stand selling blue jeans. And they're like my favorite other than Plush. I could sit here for hours with 400 pairs of jeans, watching movies and measuring and photographing. And people think I'm nuts. But that's what I enjoy doing. So everyone's different. So if you go on your Instagram and you advertise that you're willing to buy people out, let them know what you like. Shoes, plush, mugs, whatever. There's going to be somebody somewhere at some time that you've networked with that tried shoes or jeans or men's shirts and decided that that niche wasn't for them. And they want to get rid of all their stuff. And it's not because it's necessarily bad stuff. But do your due diligence, protect yourself. If you're going to do a buyout, like I just did a Build-A-Bear accessories, shoes, outfits, and accessories I bought from someone I had met and networked with that lives in Vegas. Her name is Jay. I'll link that video at the end for you. I'm going to make myself a note. And you can say, but she sent me pictures. So I didn't just blindly go, oh yeah, Jay, I'll send you $50. I want all your Build-A-Bear stuff. She sent me really good pictures. She had everything nicely laid out and I could see everything. So ask for pictures of everything you're going to get a manifest if they want to do that for you, and, you know, make a deal, strike a deal. But I do that all the time. I have a lot of friends who reach out to me and say, I have all these plush and I want out. Can you buy them? Don't reach out to me right now. I have so much inventory. We have so overbought. And I just got 2 more boxes of plush from my plush dealer, Leslie. Hi, Leslie. And my friend Karen is giving me the rest of her plush, or selling me the rest of her plush. So I have so much stuff here right now. I did actually have to turn someone away that reached out to me last weekend that she was liquidating some of her clothing. I just said, I can't, because like half of my garage is full. I've got stuff up here. It is meant to carry us through to the spring, but at some point you have to say, okay, I have to work through some of this, get it photographed and put in my inventory and neatly put away before I buy more. But that is something that I do. People know that they can reach out to me. If I can't buy it, I can usually find someone who can, who will. So don't be afraid to network and make friends. A lot of the big buys that I get that are not from those companies that I showed you are because I network, because people meet me at reseller events, or they know me from listing parties, or they see me on Instagram and they know that I love plush and jeans and they'll reach out to me. So that's one good reason to network other than making friends. I mean, this can be a long-way job. So, and don't forget to look at stores at the end of seasons too. Thrift stores as well as like retail arbitrage. Like, y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but Walmart clothes sell, right? I like to get the plush, the plus. Sorry, my mind's on plush. The plus size jeans. Walmart has several different brands, like from Faded Glory to that Time and True, I think it is. But I get the plus size, like size 14 and up, for 99 cents, and I sell them for $25 all the time. That's like 15 plus 10 shipping. And people are like, no, you don't. And I'm like, yes, I do. And if you get Walmart clothing brand new with tags, you guys, Walmart has a following, you can sell it. And if you go to Walmart at the end of the summer, they have their swimsuits and their tank tops and their shorts on these clearance racks at like $1 or $2 a piece. So don't be afraid to do that. But there's also Marshalls and TJ Maxx and if you still have malls where you live, they have clear outs at the end of every season where they just like really deep discount stuff down to like a couple bucks a piece to get rid of it for the new season. So you can do that as well. So I just wanted to come on here today, give you guys some idea for where to get bulk buys, how to do bulk buys, and, you know, talk a little bit about winter sourcing because we live somewhere where that's super important. Again, I do want to make sure that I tell you guys to do your due diligence. Make sure you know who you're buying from. Make sure you know that they are a trustworthy person. Get photos. If you're buying from a company, get a manifest. Don't just willy-nilly buy. And listen to word of mouth. If you hear your reseller friends saying, this place is a really good place to get wholesale, or I bought a box from Jay, or I bought a box from Karen and it was really great, then you're probably okay to buy from them. But if you hear about maybe this person doesn't ship the stuff they sell you, or it comes and it's dirty and it's damaged, you know, word of mouth is very powerful. So listen to your friends. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below, and I will get back to you. Don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.